Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 29 in the NMV for September 29th, 2023. He that being often reproved hardens his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. Whoso loves wisdom rejoices his father, but he that keeps company with harlots spends his substance. The king, by judgment, establishes his land, but he that receives gifts overthrows it. A man that flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. In the transgression of an evil man there is a snare, but the righteous does sing and rejoice. The righteous considers the cause of the poor, but the wicked regards not to know it. Scornful men bring a city into a snare, but wise men turn away wrath. A wise man contends with a foolish man. Whether he rage or laugh, there's no rest. The bloodthirsty hate the upright, but the just seek his soul. A fool utters all his mind, but a wise man keeps it in till afterwards. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. The poor and the deceitful man meet together. The Lord Jehovah lightens both their eyes. The king that faithfully the poor, his throne shall be established forever. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings his mother to shame. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increase, but the righteous shall see their fall. Correct your son, and he shall give you rest. Yea, he shall give delight unto your soul. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keeps the law, happy is he. A servant will not be corrected by words, for though he understand, he will not answer. See you a man that is hasty in his words, there's more hope for a fool than of him. He that delicately brings up a servant from a child shall have him become his son at the length. An angry man stirs up strife, and a furious man abounds in transgression. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Whoso partner with a thief hates his own soul. He hears cursing and betrays it not. The fear of the man brings a snare, but whoso puts his trust in the Lord Jehovah shall be safe. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment from the Lord. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way, is an abomination to the wicked. So, tonight get a bit of a view in a whole bunch of emergency vehicles. So if you see a bit of a flash in my eyes or on me, that's why. Cops and fire and who knows what else is going on across the street tonight. So when we follow, it's like this first verse, right? It's like, to me, aim small, miss small. If we're trying to be righteous, if we're walking in the way, then the screw-ups we're going to have, hopefully, are going to be smaller than the screw-ups that, let's say, non-believers will encounter, right? So if you're trying to be a man controlling your temper, you may lose your temper, but are you going to kill a man? Whereas somebody, let's call them undisciplined, someone undisciplined, and they get into a heated argument, are they going to be able to keep themselves from big trouble? You know what I mean? There's little trouble. There's like, I got to fight. This happened, got a ticket, got arrested. And then there's big trouble. Whoopsie daisy, killed a guy fighting, or not so whoopsie daisy, unalive somebody. those are things you don't exactly come back from. Those are calamities. Those are ruinous events, right? Just a thought. I might be completely off base here, but going through these verses for 9 months, it's never dry. Like the well's never dry. There's always something to learn or to study here. But it's interesting, every day what speaks to me. And that's also part of the reasoning of why not just film the whole month in a day? Let's just read it. You change shirts if it matters, right? No, because it's not the reading of the content that matters alone. It's letting the word speak to me and through me, because I got a lot of y'all watching me. Don't know why. Appreciate you here. But that tells me that that's correct, that the Lord sometimes is using me as a tool to speak to you. So could that happen if I filmed everything in a month? Maybe. But I for sure don't feel like it would, and I don't feel like I would get as much on the day-to-day as intense study, within a day or a few days. And sometimes I'm sure I miss. I'm sure some of my takes are way off. But we're all trying, and I'm all trying to speak to just what comes to mind, right? What comes to my heart. So a couple of times here, it says about the wicked in power. This is like the 3rd or 4th chapter in a row versus the righteous. When the bears rule, the people mourn. It's interesting. We still think of bears as like a suppressive thing, right? The bear market. And also, if you love wisdom, you'll rejoice your father, right? What's the other one down here? I'm going to spend the time searching and just going, we'll come back to it. So a man that flatters spreads a net for his a man that flatters spreads a net for his feet. It's kind of like affirming people, right? If you affirm people and you tell them what they want to hear, you flatter them, and then you have no basis on which to come back and be like, I don't believe that that's correct, and I don't think that what you're doing is right. Or it's like saying to a person like, yeah, you're right, you're super healthy, that's great, and then at the end of the conversation be like, but get a cancer doctor, to have a look at you. And it's like, why? You said I'm healthy. So I don't know that that's flattery, but it's a weird, we call it affirming now, right? It's a weird situation to be in. There was a long time where it was like, this is my name. Okay, great. I don't care. I still don't care. I'll give you respect. I'll call you whatever you want. The pronoun stuff, even that I was willing to, okay, my trans woman friend, my trans man friends, whatever, he, she, fine. But that's only when like that person's not around that you even have to use those. Use their name. Talking with a friend today, and more coming on the podcast, but we were both raised in the Deep South. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. No exception. So now, I hear a super effeminate voice, a womanly voice over the loudspeaker, going to get myself something fast food. Thank you, ma'am. Pull up, get a scowl from someone that does not identify as that. And it's like, I'm just being polite. I'm not sure what else to say to not offend you. It's a crazy world we're living in. I'm waiting for this police officer to whip in and ask me what I'm doing, since I'm minding my own business, but they got 3 or 4 of them across the street looking for something. Oh, I got a minute left. Spent a whole bunch of time filming in the garden as per request, and talking with the kids on camera, things like that. Didn't realize I was yakking it up so slowly. But I like the poor and the deceitful man meet together, and the Lord lightens both their eyes. Right? We all have our lot in life on this planet, and it's like a test. We need to make the best of it. We need to be able to pass the test, pass the standard. And it's easy to say as a sighted, able-bodied person in a first world country, but it's the truth. Correct your sons, so they'll bring you pride. And just remember, we're an abomination to the unjust, just like they're an abomination to us. Go with God. Be blessed. Raise warriors.